Ideation for Sec 1 D&T students. In this video, we will be going through an example of ideation for Sec 1 to show you how ideation can be carried out and what is expected of your ideation. For Sec 1, we will be designing and making a stationery holder. The ideation technique we will be using is the shape borrowing technique, and the shape chosen for demonstration will be the lion head. For a start, we can use Google Image to look for more pictures of the shape that we have chosen. And now I'm going to show you how I managed to find the picture of the lion head we have here. Remember to click on Image. As you can see, all these lion heads are not exactly what I'm looking for, so I will need to further define my search. There you have it. Okay, as an alternative, you can also go to this website, Pinterest. Okay, once again, I will need to further define my search. And now, with the picture of the lion head, I can start ideation. When I am going through the example, I want you to watch out for 4 things. Number 1, how I use arrows to show my flow of ideas. Number 2, how I use annotations to explain my sketches. Number 3, how I use different views to show hidden details. And number 4, how I use human and environmental interactions to provide a sense of proportion. For shape borrowing ideation, we always start off with the shape that we have chosen. In this case, the lion head. Next, follow the arrow closely for the flow of ideas, and read the annotation around the sketches carefully to better understand the sketches. First, I did a 2D to 3D transformation and found that the shape is actually too complex for Sec 1 students. So, I started to look for alternative, and then try out the alternative. Over here, notice a question: which one looked more like a lion? I actually posted this question to my students, and the octagonal shape seems to be the one most preferred by my students. So, I carry on with the octagonal shape lion. Now, with the general form of the lion head somewhat confirmed, I move on to adding functionality to the lion head. Over here, I have some stationeries which I want my stationery holder to be able to hold: pencil, erasers, and envelopes. First, I start off with envelopes. As you can see, I'm using different views to help show hidden details of my ideas. And while adding functionality to my idea, I also added instability to it. So over here, I added a base to make my stationery holder more stable. Okay, next is the part where I add pencil. As you can see, I do not restrict myself to only one idea. I always have a few ideas in mind, and from there, I choose the best one to carry on my ideation with. Over here, I chose the nose as the place where I want to put my pencil, and it turned out to look more like a clown than a lion. Okay, next, I chose the area under the nose, and it turned out to look more like a beaver than a lion. And over here, by poking pencil into his head, and also by putting pencil at the side. I went on to further explore the possibilities of the areas to put the pencil. Okay, next. The pencil looked like it's poking the lion's head instead. So I went on to poking the pencil into the lion's mane. And it turned out bad as well. So I went on to further explore on adding pencil to my stationery holder. Next, I explored the pencil on the sides. And also more ways to hold the pencil. Again, I use different views to help show hidden details, more alternative, pencil slot inside the paws, the paw holding the pencil, During all this, I also use annotation to help list out the advantage and disadvantage of the different possibilities. Over here, so after going through all this, finally I make a choice, a decision to carry on my ideation with this design. Okay, so after confirming how I want my stationery holder to hold my pencil, I move on to further exploration in the lion's head graphic to make it more appealing to my user. So over here, I provided 3 alternatives. One is the original one, number 2 and number 3. So I went again to ask my students which one appealed to them the most. And from their answers, I got this. So I went on to design with this lion head. Okay. Next, I move on to adding erasers to my stationery holder. Notice I did not draw the lion head out because in this sketch the lion head is not critical. What is critical is the base. So in order to save time, I use a circle to represent the lion head and continue to sketch what is critical. So first I'll try to add a slot. Next, by just placing them on the base. And finally, trying out to see if the design looks nice or not. Again, using different back view to show hidden details. So from here, as you can see, The stationery holder is almost done. With the aesthetics and the function done, I move on to dimensioning. Over here, at the first sketch, I added a hand trying to put a pencil onto the stationery holder as a reference. With the hand over here, we are able to get a better sense of proportion. So over here, I feel that the length here is too wide and the length here is too big. Over here, too far away. So from this sketch, I move on to the next one. Over here, as you can see, I reduce the length over here. I reduce the distance over here also. And same with the reference of the hand. But there is still problem as this length is too long. So the next and the final one, I did a final adjustment, and from here, with reference to the hand, we are able to get a proportion. And next, the dimension of the stationery holder. And with that, I end my 4-page ideation for set 1.